Today our story comes from California, as a kindergartner is 3,000 feet on a cliff. That is 6.5 meters to
The Colorado Springs boy who's climbing after his dreams.
Courage. Yeah, we often think about where does that come from? Like, how do we get it? Like, can our parents just kind of read us a story and we get it? Like, no, it takes overcoming certain things. It takes certain trials and difficulties in our life. And as parents, we get this opportunity to architect an environment where they can then find it. And I think that's really what I've been after in Sam's life. So Lost Arrow Spire is a 2,700-foot high sheer point that breaks off of Yosemite Peak, which is also right next to Yosemite Falls, which is the largest waterfall in North America. So to climb Lost Arrow, you hike a wall. Then what you do is you rappel into the notch between where the spire breaks off from the wall. And you just tie multiple ropes together to get down to the notch.
We're on top of the world. El Capitan is way bigger. And that's like 298,000 feet.
And then you climb the front of the spire. And just to take it up a notch, we decided to camp on it. So it breaks it up a little bit more, and we thought it would be fun. And so we brought in like a rigging team to put up some gear, and we hung some ledges up there, and allowed us to like kind of hang out and get a little bit more exposed out on the wall. And then when you summit Lost Arrow, you're out on this point, and so you have to take your ropes that you have rappelled with, and you attach them to the spire, and then you can Tyrolean across. It's a pretty spectacular thing to do with a kid. Sam has told every person that he has come in contact with for the last month that he is climbing a Lost Arrow Spire, as if they knew what it was. No one had ever heard of it, but he doesn't know that. He was more focused on this than anything else in his little life ever. The entire thing took a team of 25 people. 4 of them were under 10 with their dads, invited by me to keep things fun. Each of them played a role in encouraging Sam to keep going toward the summit.
Oh, when I come home, glory, hallelujah.
I'm a busy, cross-functional guy, running multiple businesses at a time. I pretty much live a good portion of my life totally distracted. But this week, I was fully present. Being on a big wall with your son will do this to you. And that's really the main point. Wall climbing is brutal. It was both hard for Sam and for me. He worked through a lot of tears and about 1 million owies. At more than one point, Sam would say through tears,
I want to! It's just I'm so scared!
So you wanted to, you're just too scared?
Yeah.
Me coaching him to do this bonded us closer than we have ever been. Sam and I grew in our friendship as we worked together. We both enjoy and trust one another today more than we ever have. To climb Lost Arrow with a 6-year-old took a fairly large production. There was a lot going on behind the scenes. This trip took months of planning, complex synchronized logistics, very technical riggings, and precise execution of our 3 teams. The rigging and safety team, the film production team, and the dad team. Correctly orchestrating the teams made the experience as safe as it could ever be in a mountain environment, which allowed me to do the job that only I could do. My job was to be Sam's dad and to encourage him up the route. Our job as dads is to do precisely this for our boys. It's our job to architect their environment and to help them discover things like courage, resilience, endurance, and strength along the way. El Capitan.
Yup, that was
On July 22nd, 2020, my kindergartner and I redefined what's possible for our family.
'Cause 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 'c
Just take your time. Just take your time. You got it.
Good job, bud.
Am I gonna swing right off on top of me?
I can't do it. I'm stuck.
No, you're not.
Come on.
Listen. You just gotta take your toner. Listen, Sam, stop. You gotta put your feet in. You gotta put your feet in. It's okay.
You are stuck.
Sammy, you just gotta take your time. Get your feet in.
I can't even try.
Sammy, you gotta do it the way we learned.
I don't want to do it.
I'm gonna come out and help you.
I want to do it now.
Listen, we're going up. We're working together. You can do it. Stop. Look at me in the eye. We can work on it together. There you go.
Yeah, Sammy.
Keep going. There you go. Let's take a break. Good. Oh, now he's... What have been your 3 most favorite parts of this trip so far? Me? What else?
There you go.
You're funny. You know, you've been really brave on this trip. And tomorrow, I want to see you jump off that rock in the water.
What?
When we were done Lost Arrow, we were back on the summit of Yosemite Peak, and there was a moment where we just realized Sam was too tired to hike all the way down. And so we made this decision to let him camp with my brother and with my brother's kids. There was this moment where we were gonna be, for the first time, separated on this whole trip. I was saying goodbye to him, and he just came to me and just held on to me, and he begged me to not go or to come with me. And both of those weren't an option. I knew he couldn't make the hike. And so I had to just hug him. And he was just in tears saying, "Dad, just stay here with me a little longer." You know, and when I walked away, I didn't let him see it, but I was just overcome with my own emotion and my own tears. Just thinking about the whole experience and what we shared together. And I think at the end of the day, that's the best part of the whole experience, is it really was a love story between us. It really was a friendship between us. Rock climbing wasn't about climbing the Spire. It was about sharing these moments with Sam and overcoming these things with Sam. It was about the tears and the owies and the Band-Aids and the hugs and the friendship of enduring it together. I realized that at the summit of Yosemite Peak when I said, "Sam, I gotta go," and him wanting me to stay. In the end, it wasn't as much about the summit as it was about just being with my son and seeing him do this big thing and him doing it with me. It was really about our friendship and our family.